Shalom, everyone. Rabbi Derek here, Beth Messiah Synagogue. I said synagogue. So I'm trying to get comfortable in this chair, which is not comfortable. Anyway, today we're continuing with counting the Omer. Today is day 17, which is 1 week and 3 days of counting the Omer. So again, we're bridging the gap between Passover and Shavuot, counting 49 full days, 7 full weeks until the Feast of Weeks, which is on the 50th day. We have our congregational prayer meeting this evening at 6:30, and we have our Bible study tomorrow at 7 o'clock as well. So we've got plenty of stuff going on, and not to mention our Shabbat services this coming weekend. We're going to be celebrating as a community Israeli independence. So Israeli Independence Day and Israeli Memorial Day are back-to-back tomorrow and Thursday, and we're going to be celebrating and discussing all of that during our Shabbat service this weekend. So we hope you join us for those things. Check out bethmessiahsynagogue.com for all the details of all of our services, locations, times, and everything else. But I'd like to draw your attention today to Matthew chapter 9, verse 13. Matthew 9:13 says, "But go and learn what this means. I desire mercy, not sacrifice. For I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners." Yeshua speaking here, of course, and he's being called out for not only calling Matthew, that we discussed yesterday, Matthew the tax collector, calling him to follow him as a disciple, a Talmid, but also having a dinner at his house with other people of similar ilk, of similar reputation. And he's being called out by the religious leaders. Why would you do this? And Yeshua says, just a verse or two before this one, before Matthew 9:13, he says, it's not the healthy that need a doctor, but the sick. In other words, Yeshua was indicating what he's coming for. He didn't come to tell the people of Israel how great they already are. What would be the point of a Messiah if the people were already in right standing with the Lord? What Messiah came to do was what people, not just Israel, but the entire world, could not do on their own. So he came to redeem us because we were unable to redeem ourselves. And so then here he continues to straighten out their perception by saying, quoting from Hosea chapter 6, when he says, I desire mercy, not sacrifice. In Hosea and here in Matthew, he's telling the religious leaders, you're missing the point here. Your religious observance, your strict adherence to my law in action alone is not impressing God. It's not impressing me, Yeshua said. By doing all these things and simply just doing them, you've missed the point. What God wants is your heart, and the actions that are the natural result of us giving our hearts, our lives to him, and growing in intimacy with him. Those things are a natural byproduct. They're not what he's after. He's after our hearts. So when he says, for I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners, he's saying, if you're already righteous before me, you don't need a Messiah. And it's rhetorical in a way, because he's saying there are none that are righteous, right? So if you already were righteous, he's saying, then I wouldn't need to be here. So recognize that you have a need and allow me to fill it, Yeshua is saying, because you can't fill it for yourselves. Recognize that this life, this interaction between God and Israel, which was meant to show the whole world what it means to live in relationship with the one true God of the universe, it's not just about the stuff we do and don't do, right? The stuff we do and don't do does set us apart from the rest of the world. But if it's just about religious adherence, if it's just about behavior modification, then we're missing the point. Yeshua wants our heart. So please interact with him about that today. He wants you to be in awe of him. He wants to give that to you. If you've lost that, or if you've never had it, talk to him about it. He wants to fill you up. He wants your heart. He desires mercy and not sacrifice. That doesn't mean that the sacrificial system was done away with. He wasn't making some sort of proclamation saying that it wasn't worth anything. You see, the sacrificial system is God implemented and gave it as a gift to the people of Israel to allow us to interact with him in the right way. So he wasn't discounting that. He's saying the point of it all is your heart. He wants your heart. Be encouraged with that today. Shalom. We'll see you tomorrow.